don't think he could take a punch from Gervonta Davis. I don't see it. Gervonta Davis might be the best in the world. He can punch. He's a knockout artist. Gervonta Davis, Tank Davis. The time has come for the world to recognize this is one of the top 5 fighters on the planet. He might be top 3. Once he smells blood, he's like a shark in blood-infested waters, Molly. He will finish you, okay? And by the way, he is an elite boxer.
And I predict that's the kind of career Tank is going to have. Edge of your seat kind of fight after edge of your seat kind of fight when he fights the elite.
Whatever way he wants, why? Because he's a great fundamental puncher. So his punch will be the same no matter what way he got on. If you are fundamentally sound, that don't matter. But if you're not fundamentally sound, then yeah, when you move weight, you're going to lose your punch.
Oh, God, I don't even... It's gonna be interesting.
You know, I think that's the biggest fight in American boxing.
Okay, so before we even start, I need you to lock the door, put your phone face down, and promise me you won't share what I'm about to tell you, because allegedly, and I mean allegedly, the story you think you know about Hollywood's biggest names is not even close to the full picture. And the
Team fight next.
Shakur Stevenson, for legitimate fight purposes, Gervonta Davis, to me, is the #1 attraction in boxing. He's the #1 attraction in boxing. He will finish you. He will close. And this brother comes, and he's one of those guys. They call him, the mini Mike, as a Mike Tyson. He's willing to take a punch to give it now. And I haven't seen him hurt. He got bruised. He might have bruises, but I ain't seen nobody wobble him. I ain't seen anybody.
The moment I saw what was reportedly hiding behind the curtain, I genuinely had to sit down, collect myself, and ask if I was ready to talk about this publicly. Because some information, once you hear it, completely rewires how you see everything.
The most exciting fighter today.
Yes, he is. He's the most exciting. He's the most exciting because he is vulnerable, because he's not unbeatable. He's got crazy fast twitchies. He can box, but he's so aggressive and he's vulnerable enough to counters that it's actually exciting. You believe there's a chance the other guy can win. And that makes it even more exciting, to say nothing of the pace he sets, the level of action, the level of bombs that are thrown by Tank, and as he fights better opposition, the number that will be coming back at him. Yeah, he's guaranteed.
And we are starting today with a name that everybody knows and a face you've seen 1,000 times, a brand that feels untouchable, and reportedly, according to online chatter, that has been exploding across every platform this week. A situation behind the scenes that is so dramatically different from the public image that fans are literally saying,
The most exciting fighter today.
Yes, he is. He's the most exciting. He's the most exciting because he is vulnerable, because he's not unbeatable. He's got crazy fast twitchies. He can box, but he's so aggressive and he's vulnerable enough to counters that it's actually exciting. You believe there's a chance the other guy can win. And that makes it even more exciting, to say nothing of the pace he sets, the level of action, the level of bombs that are thrown by Tank, and as he fights better opposition, the number that will be coming back at him. Yeah, he's guaranteed.
We were watching a performance this whole time. And here's where it gets interesting, because this isn't just one celebrity. This is allegedly a whole ecosystem of carefully managed narratives. And I know that sounds dramatic.
Shakur Stevenson. The only fight I want to see right now would be Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson. Why is that? Because Shakur's still on the winning road, on the winning streak, and so is Gervonta. We don't want to see you fight a guy who lost already. Not that he lost, but we don't want to see you fight a guy we saw suffer whatever he suffered. We want to see you fight a guy that we know is at a beat.
People keep on saying that Shakur, his IQ in boxing, he's very tactical, his background could give problems to Tank Davis. Do you think that would be the key factor for Shakur Stevenson to beat Gervonta Davis?
Shakur Stevenson going to be a problem for anybody because of that back foot game. He has an awesome back foot game. And when you got a good back foot game like that, and you understand boxing like you understand it, he's going to make it rough for anybody. But Tank is a different animal too. So it's a great fight. That's why everybody want to see it. You can't just look at it and say, oh, he going to win, oh, he going to win. No. We already know that Shakur going to sit back, Tank going to gamble some.
But stay with me, because I'm about to connect dots that nobody else is connecting right now. So let's talk about the rumor that reportedly started as a whisper in industry circles about 6 months ago. The kind of whisper that you only hear if you're in certain rooms at certain events, talking to certain people, and that whisper was this. Allegedly, some of the most spontaneous celebrity moments you've been watching on your timeline were anything but spontaneous.
I think it's going to be a very, very entertaining fight.
He's here to win. He's motivated. He's well prepared. He's one of those guys who are always in the gym, and he's on the call, always, all the time.
Shakur Stevenson has, quote-unquote, called Gervonta Davis out in the past. I know of an opportunity for Shakur Stevenson to at least make that fight happen. Is the punch output relative to Shakur Stevenson and the fact that he doesn't typically punch when he's being punched at. So slipping shots, countering, things of that nature. That's been our general consensus, right? I've always thought that Shakur in a Gervonta Davis fight would not have the output to be successful because he'd be too concerned about the firepower that's coming back at him, right? And that's always been my assessment. So, and if he opens up, I think there's potential for him to get knocked out. So I've always thought the fight could go the distance, but it would go the distance because Shakur Stevenson wouldn't necessarily open up.
I think they're different styles, obviously. I think Shakur is more, fights on his back foot, fights tall, throws 1-2 punches. I think Tank Davis takes more risk, He goes forward a little more. I think he has more power. I'm going to pick.
And fans online are piecing together receipts, timestamps, and coincidences that are frankly alarming in how neatly they line up. And just when you think you've processed that information, here comes the first twist. Because the story reportedly doesn't start with the celebrities themselves, it allegedly starts with the teams around them. The managers, the PR architects, the people whose entire job is to make sure that what you see is exactly what they want you to see and nothing more.
Great fighter.
You think he's a great fighter? But what do you think about this bringing to you? I mean, you're a legend, my friend.
Well, he'll be one too if he keeps fighting.
Oh, okay.
The Tank is just a force of nature. You just got to give him the credit, because if Shakur handles this guy like he did Lopez, I'm within hell with him. I'm within hell with Shakur, man. If he just handles this guy like he's in hell with him. Somebody got to give him a fight, though, but you got to be very sophisticated to know how to fight. This is when I know you lost against Shakur. This is when I know you lost. See, when he does this stuff, once you start doing this stuff and looking at him, oh, no. You got constant action, motion. It's constant motion again. You got to be on him constantly. Once you start looking at him and doing that, he is dead.
And one online source that I will not name for obvious reasons allegedly described the whole operation as theater with a budget that would make a Netflix executive nervous, which, I'm sorry, is one of the most chilling descriptions I've ever heard. And breaking right now, as I'm recording this, fans are flooding comment sections across multiple platforms, claiming that a very specific, candid paparazzi moment from early...
He's got ridiculous one-punch knockout power, too. He's just such an interesting fighter because his style is so different from everybody else. He's so conservative in the early rounds, throws so few punches, and he lets you work. He lets you work, and you're backing up, and you're always afraid of that power, and he's just moving in, trying to find that opening.
Tank is so good. Tank will give you something that's really not there. It's literally, you think is... You know about the the ball in the three-top hustle?
Mm-hmm.
You think right. He showed it to you. You think, and right. He did a couple of these, it's not there.
Right.
He shows you something that is like an illusion. Might not be the first time once he tried you and you go for it, but it's coming. And that's how he set you up. He set
earlier this year was allegedly staged to a degree that the photographer was reportedly booked 3 weeks in advance, which, if true, means that the chance encounter you saw trending for 4 consecutive days was essentially a production. And the real question isn't just how this allegedly happened, but why. And that's where this story takes a turn that I genuinely did not see coming when I first started digging.
That one can be delivered, because I know Tank's had kind of a few jabs with Turkey Al Sheikh, shall we say. Are you confident it can be delivered, Tank versus Shakur?
Everyone's sensible. I mean, what other fights are there out for Tank? He's fighting, he's got a decent fight next, but he's a super featherweight that Tank will want to be in big fights. He'll want to make big money, and I think the biggest fight out there for him is Shakur Stevenson, and vice versa.
I don't think he's a massive star like Tank Davis, but I don't think anyone beats him. I would bet Shakur Stevenson every time they go.
The whole division, even the guys at 140.
he may be a guy that gets beat when he moves up. You know, he's started at featherweight, went to super featherweight, now he's at lightweight. Over time, those special guys will get beat by moving up divisions. Lomachenko, maybe even a new so that's how they'll get beat, by moving up divisions.
That's true. I think especially in Norway, he's quite smart. One thing on the Gervonta fight, Eddie, just overall, what did you make of how the plan of attack from both for the fight?
I don't know, I haven't really watched it in great length. Honestly. Like, I just feel like Tank's a smart fighter.
Yeah.
Ryan can make mistakes. You know, he's a sharp puncher. I'm not sure how robust he is against punches like that. You know. But, good fight.
Yeah, because a lot of people felt that maybe Ryan was a little too aggressive, and that's
because reportedly, and this is where online speculation gets truly wild. The motivation wasn't vanity, it wasn't attention-seeking in the way we usually think about it. Allegedly, it was business, specifically a business deal that required a very particular public perception to be locked in before an announcement that is apparently still coming.
Put money on the fight. I know you don't bet on fights. And the fight was Gervonta Davis against Shakur Stevenson. Who would you say would win?
Look, Shakur Stevenson is a good fighter. He moves a lot, and it's very difficult to get hit. To hit him, but I like Gervonta Davis.
Okay.
He's a really good fighter. He hits hard, and he knows how to go forward. So I put my money
between Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis. Do you think that's gonna happen?
I think Tank is dangerous.
Yeah, I interviewed Tank early on, man.
Yeah,
they were calling him the next Mike Tyson back then.
Yeah.
And I feel like
I believe it.
Who would you give it to?
He's one of my favorites. He's one of my favorites.
So you think that he's gonna...
And fans are saying the timeline matches up so precisely that it cannot be coincidence. It has to be choreography, and you won't believe this next part because allegedly layered inside all of this is a reported tension between two camps that have been professionally smiling at each other for years, while reportedly, according to multiple fan theories backed by some genuinely suspicious social media behavior, running what can only be described as a parallel narrative war in slow motion.
I think who would pose more of a difficult task, Shakur or Tank, you think, when you look at the styles?
Shakur against who?
You. Because you said that you need to build with Shakur, right? Because of the status that the fight needs to be built up to be something big. A Tank is something that is like, it's going to be big right away.
Right.
So without that being aside and just the skills alone, you know what I'm saying? Like,
styles make fights though.
Right.
Styles make fights. Tank fight, he come to get boogie. He come to work. If he don't, your ass, he gonna knock you out. Styles like that being clashed against each other, it's gonna be a juicy fight. It's bound to be a juicy fight. On top of the names, Shakur, he got a different style. He got a surgical style. He's a boxer. You know, he don't get hit. He's not gonna get hit. He's gonna move. He's gonna be smart and obedient. He's not gonna try to throw no wasteful shots. And he's not gonna take no risk for real with certain fighters. Why? Because it'd be foolish. His job is to win. And if he can do that by playing it safe, then he's gonna do that. Right. It's not stupid of him. It's smart of him. It's obedient. Floyd Mayweather did the same thing. He's not about to just go out here and brawl with these guys. He could have brawled with Canelo. He could have brawled with Miguel Cotto.
Yeah.
He could have brawled with a lot of fighters.
Every post, every collaboration, every surprise appearance is allegedly a strategic move in a game that the public isn't even supposed to know exists. And honestly, the fact that we're only finding out about this now is either impressive or terrifying, depending on your perspective. And here's the punchline that I almost didn't include because it's almost too on the nose. Allegedly, one of the biggest public feuds that had fans absolutely divided. The kind of drama that spawned 1,000 reaction videos and think pieces and heated group chat debates was reportedly not a feud at all behind the scenes, with online speculation suggesting that both parties were allegedly in communication the entire time.
Are you saying that because that's your man and you don't like Tank?
No. Hey, like I said, I respect Tank. Like, boxing, he's one of the ones.
Yeah.
we gonna take his personality and personal things out of it. But boxing, he's definitely talented. You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. Yeah, he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they say the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that. He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring. He's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done, so it's not marketable. But he can't do that because Shakur is what?
You, me, and approximately 40 million other people were reportedly watching a storyline, not a scandal. And the difference between those two things is the kind of detail that should make you question every piece of celebrity drama you've consumed in the last 5 years. And wait, because I haven't even gotten to the part that broke the internet for exactly 11 hours before it was allegedly scrubbed from multiple platforms, which in itself is a story, because who has the infrastructure to reportedly make something disappear that fast? And what does it mean that they allegedly used it on this particular piece of information? And reportedly the content in question connected 3 separate celebrity brands to a single behind-the-scenes consulting operation that fans are now calling the invisible hand of modern pop culture. An allegedly very small group of people who reportedly have shaped more of what you consider organic celebrity culture than anyone has publicly admitted. And this is where it gets worse, because once you reportedly see the pattern, you allegedly start noticing it everywhere.
And I've been saying this for a long time. If you pay attention to how Tank would react whenever Shakur's name came up, I was like, yo, it's something that Tank knows that most people don't know or understand. There's something that he sees in Shakur. It could be the fact that Shakur was a 2016 silver medalist. You know,
He might got a lot to do with it.
He's that, you know, the silver child of the country, and you know, there's no telling. But this is what I've always known. It ain't just a big straight left or a big left right hook coming from Tank that's going to end that night. That night is going to be the most strategical you've seen both these guys ever be in a fight.
Tank gonna always get paid anytime he feel like fighting because he got that knockout ratio. But when he come across Shakur Stevenson, I'm gonna say it here on the front page, and Tank, I love you, brother, and still would love to talk to you.
100.
But when you get in there with Shakur, it's gonna remind me of Deontay Wilder fighting Tyson Fury.
Ooh. Yeah.
Because what you gonna do when you come across a motherfucker you can't knock out? Only thing you gonna do is just get more frustrated.
This boxing style that you don't usually get from Tank. You're gonna see IQ. We saw IQ, but to me, it was low IQ because the reason why it was low IQ is because everybody followed the script. And what I mean by that is, you see somebody's IQ take place when a fighter makes an adjustment, and now you have to adjust to what that fighter is doing, and that's kind of where you see
who's smart, and
you know what I mean?
Who get a hold of it.
I think my fight with Terrence shows a very high level of IQ from both of them.
In the award show moments that felt too perfectly timed, in the album drops that coincidentally landed during someone else's controversy, in the couples that emerged and dissolved with what fans online are describing as suspicious narrative convenience. And I want to be very clear that all of this is online speculation and fan theory territory. But the specificity of some of these fan theories, the receipts people are reportedly compiling, is the kind of thing that makes you understand why certain comment sections get quietly restricted, and just when you think the story has reached its peak, just when you're ready to process everything and form an opinion, here comes the twist that reportedly nobody in the original online thread saw coming. The detail that allegedly reframes everything we just discussed because reportedly, and fans are still debating whether this changes things for better or worse.
Shakur Stevenson. Shakur might have better defense, but at the end of the day, I still think we haven't seen the best Tank Davis. That's what people always power. We still haven't seen the best Tank Davis. And Shakur, for the most part, he comes forward. Tank Davis, all he takes is one shot. He's a very patient fighter. He doesn't throw a lot of shots, but every shot he throws, he makes them count.
So what do you think to those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? He don't have no offense. Everything is defense. What has Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He hasn't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
One of the figures who is allegedly most central to this entire reported situation may have actually been trying to expose it from the inside, using their own platform to allegedly leave breadcrumbs that, if online speculation is correct, have been hiding in plain sight for over 2 years, embedded in lyrics, in interview answers, and the kind of offhand comments that feel throwaway until suddenly they don't. And the reason this matters, the reason this allegedly changes the moral mathematics of the whole story, is that it suggests the narrative isn't as clean as powerful people controlling what you see, but is allegedly something far more complicated, something like a system that people get pulled into and then reportedly struggle to navigate their way out of without burning everything they've built, which, when you think about it, is a far more human story than the expose version and far more uncomfortable because it doesn't give us a clean villain. It allegedly gives us a mirror. And so here's the question I'm leaving you with, the one that I genuinely cannot stop thinking about. If allegedly the most real moments you've seen from your favorite celebrities were reportedly the most carefully constructed, and if reportedly the most calculated moments were allegedly the ones where someone was trying to tell you the truth, then how do you trust what you're watching? And more importantly, who benefits from you not asking that question? Drop your theory in the comments right now, because I have a feeling this community is going to crack this wide open before anyone else does.